So it's hello, pretty people. All the pretty people say hi, Jerusha. Yes, I know it's Saturday, but listen, I was already scheduled to go live on TikTok. So I said, let me bring in my Facebook family, my Facebook group. Yes, my Facebook page and my Instagram people. So if you are a part of the pretty community, hashtag pretty people. Yes, if you are a part of the pretty community, what that means is we celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. So if you are sharing, right, what you know for sure, you're my people. You're my people. And so if you want to be a part of the pretty community, hashtag pretty people. And yes, you can grab some pretty people merchandise. We got the pretty people tees, the coffee mug. My favorite thing from the pretty people catalog is the stainless steel water bottle. Get into it. So if you want to support my efforts to continue to share motivation, inspiration, and business tips, make sure you grab your pretty people tea water bottle, baby. And so it keeps your water nice and cold all day on this hot day in Georgia. This hot day in Georgia. And so I just love this baby. And then if when in the winter time, you get to put a hot beverage in it as well, and it keeps it hot. So I just want to make sure that I really am understanding a lot of your questions and frustrations when building a business. And so let me just tell you who I am. If you're joining me for the very first time, put newbie in the chat. Say, I'm a newbie, Jerusha. You're just now hearing the sound of my voice. You are a newbie to me. If you watch the replay, put replay. But if you tag two people or share the broadcast, you and I just became besties. Sharing is caring. And when I share, you share. That's how we change the world. That's how we change the world. So I know this is an odd time on Saturday, but you know what? When you love what you do, it doesn't feel like you're working. And I needed to make sure that I went live on TikTok. So I said, let me bring the whole family. So you're a part of my Facebook family. Hey, family. Put in the chat. Say hi, Jerusha. Yes, good to see you. Are you enjoying your Saturday? And so a part of what I hear in the field a lot of times is, thank you so much for responding on TikTok and Instagram, is I want to build a business, but I don't have time to build a business. I don't have time to write a book. I don't have time to start my nonprofit. I don't have time to start my ministry. I don't have time to. Yes, you do. First of all, you got to stop speaking it. Okay. So whatever you believe is true. So I don't want you to keep saying you don't have time. You will make time for what you want. That's a fact. Okay. You will make time. So I'm going to share with you what I did to transition from employee to entrepreneur in a short period of time. So I do understand your struggle. I'm not one of those coaches or, influencers that have not lived in your shoes. I actually have, right? And so just like you having a full-time job, starting a side hustle, toddler child, I did all of those things years ago. So I do understand. And I know what I had to do to maximize my time. So I became this professional time thief. So for those of you that do not know, I'm Jerusha. I'm a motivational speaker, radio personality, business coach. I teach people how to build their businesses online and offline. Love the hearts on TikTok. Heart me up. And so I create what I call double threats. And then of course, since the last couple of years, teaching you how to really leverage and monetize social media, which has become my thing. And so in my process of developing online, I actually created my signature course, which is called the 3-Day Ride. So the 3-Day Ride is my signature course. We'll talk about it in a minute. So if you're struggling online to get leads, I'm your girl. If you're struggling online to recruit and share your opportunity, your product, I'm your girl. So stick around so you can get in that, or you can just go to the link in the bio, click my link tree, and go to 3-Day Ride. The 3-Day Ride starts next week, and I just don't want you to miss it. I don't want you to not know something, because we're in the position we're in because we don't know what we don't know. And the moment we're educated or our minds are expanded, it will never go back to smaller dimensions. And so I just want to make sure that you know exactly what that means for your business and your life. I mean, it's just life changing. The 3-Day Ride is the best business course for recruiting and attracting leads that is out there. And I'm not saying it because it's me, but because I know what it feels like to not know how to get the leads when I first got online. And so because I've been an entrepreneur for over 18 years, most of that was offline. So I understand your pain personally when it comes to trying to attract people and marketing and branding and leaving the right messages and all of those things. I hear you. I see you. You're my people. So for the pretty people community and all of you, I put together my signature 3-Day Ride. So please make sure I put 3 in the chat. Or if you can go to the link in the bio, obviously, you can put 3 for 3-day ride and I can send it to you, but you can go to the link tree because I certainly want to help you get there faster. And so my hope is to shorten your learning curve. But the first thing we need to understand that we all have time to build a business. And so just because the course is live 3 days, but you have several days to watch the replay. Most of my audience, all of you work a 9 to 5. So I get you. I understand. I did too. And so it's going to be available. So you're not going to miss anything. I just don't want you to not register and sign up and then you actually miss what you need for your business in the next 6 months of 2023. Yes or yes? Okay. So the first thing that I can tell you is you definitely want to practice and be intentional with your time. You want to become a time professional time thief. It's not really, even though I probably slip up and say this, you can't manage time. I know people say time management. It's really managing yourself because time is going to tick whether you do it or not. So you can't really stop it. So I know that term is very used in all settings. So I might even use it, but it's really learning how to manage yourself. And so that's what I'm going to teach you today is more so flexing your dreams into your life, really becoming that professional time thief so you can fit it in. Because if you want something to change, obviously it sounds cliche, you got to actually change. And so let me just ask you in the chat, who's ready for the next 6 months to achieve more success? Yes. Who's ready? Remember 6 months, okay, ago was January. And now in 6 months, we'll be in the new year. So who's ready right now to just do it? Those are my people. Yes. And it's not about having time. It's about making time. And so that's a very important thing that you need to understand. You make time, like on Saturday, you made time to go to the mall. You made time to go out to eat. You made time to go to the bar, the hookah. You made time. So you actually have it. It's what you choose to do with it. That's why it's managing yourself. Are you following me? And so this is not about me. This is about you. What are you doing with your time? My time is priceless. And I didn't want to just sit, in a cubicle or an office for 40 years like I thought I did. Once I saw it was a different way. I was like, you mean to tell me people are actually building a home-based business and doing exceptionally well? Where are they doing this and how are they doing it? It was a different concept for me because I've always wanted to work in radio and television. I was on radio by the time I was 19. I was like, this is what it is. So I didn't even know that there was a different lifestyle until I met some people and I was like, oh man, they are working, okay? But they're working differently and they have the time that I want and I wanted time freedom. And so I mastered my time or myself. And I will teach you, in this short period of time, how you can do it too. You will either take advantage of time or time will take advantage of you. You have a choice. Every single day, we have a choice. We all have choices. I tell my boys all the time, what's your choice today? Thank you so much for the heart and the love. So TikTok, I appreciate you. So because you have a chance or you had a chance to start a business, to start that idea, to start working towards it, you had it today. But sometimes what we do is we choose to just relax. It's Saturday. I just work Monday through Friday. So you do actually have it. Now I'm just going to tell you what you can do with the time. And so I just believe that, the people that have decided that they're going to master the next 6 months, even not looking at results. Because if I looked at results, I'm developing 100 new business partners. So if I looked at the results, I'd stop too, right? I'd be like, I'm not at 100 yet, but I know what I see. And I don't believe that God would give it to me if he's not going to bring it to fruition. So I know I see 100 families. I know I see 100 people earning $100,000 under my leadership with my training. I know it. I see it all the time. I see the 100, right? So I keep working towards that without evidence, which means it's faith. So I'm a believer and I know it's happening. So you need to decide that your time, you will spend that time intentionally. So who's going to just do it with me? Just do it like Nike. Yes, you will. You will. I told this story before. There was a man, he walked to the top of the hill to talk to God. And the man said, God, what's 1,000,000 years to you? And God said, 1 minute. And then the man asked God, well, what's $1,000,000 to you? And God said, a penny. And then the man said, well, God, can I have a penny? And God said, sure, in a minute. See, the bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. You're the pilot, you're in the seat, you can make a choice to turn this way, that way every single day. What have you been doing for the past 6 months that you don't see any growth yet? Or have you been doing anything with your time? And so, can you imagine? Just imagine if you really were intentional with every minute of the day, right? You scheduled it out, you used an app to schedule out your day. Can you imagine where you're going to be in 6 months in December? Can you see it? See, your imagination is your preview to life coming attractions. Steve Harvey said that. I was like, you know what? Because I worked in TV, I said it's true. Because when we go to the movies or there's a television show that's coming out, the previews is what is coming up next, right? And we get excited because we can see what's going to happen. And you're anticipating it's happening, it's coming, and you can't wait. Now imagine yourself being debt-free, like a debt-free life in a few months. What? Now imagine it's coming. You got to see it first. Can you see it? You got to see that thing. So your dreams are coming. Every single time you put in the sweat equity, every single time it's coming. It's coming. And so I was just like, expect it to happen. Work like it's happening, Jerusha. Believe that it's happening. Anticipate it's happening. Sometimes the opportunity is right in front of us and we don't see it, right? And we don't seek it. And so I need you to relax, write down those dreams and start pursuing it, okay? So it's always interesting to me when I speak to business partners. I was on a coaching call, and that's what kind of made me go live right now, is she was like, I just work so hard. And you work hard for somebody else. So now, how you going to work for yourself? You going to work hard for yourself? Or you're going to keep saying you're working hard? Well, you actually don't want to change because your job is not going to change the duties, right? It's not. So you need to do that. You need to commit to that because I do believe you're on somebody else's job. You should complete it to get paid. I do believe that. Okay. I think God is going to bless you for doing what you're supposed to do. But I also believe the days that you're not and the time that you're not on somebody else's job, that you're doing what brings you joy. So for all the people who said you were going to lose weight, just do it. Stop talking about it. For all the people who said, I'm going to start a business, this is my year 2023, just do it. For all the people who said, you know what, I'm going to start that nonprofit, write that book, just do it. Stop doing this. We do a lot of this. And the reason why you're saying you didn't start is because you didn't have time. So I need you to change your language, okay? The way we spend our time defines who we are. So today's Saturday, this is sharing business opportunities, but it is marketing and branding. It is work. Now, it's fun work. I'm having a good time. I love the hearts. It's fun work, but it is work. And I'm going to still have some free time later where I can do some other things I want. Work hard, play hard. Work hard, play hard. That's why I said every single one of you have a choice. Every single one of us, every single day, we have a choice. And so I said this in a previous training. I did this on a radio show is I don't want your lip service, your flip service, but your dip service. Now, let me just tell you what that means. This is Jerusha talking. So the lip service people are those people who talk about their dreams. They always telling you, talking about it. Then you have the people with the flip service. You can write this down. Pretty persons, put this in the chat for me. I love it when you put it in the chat for me. Do that for me, please. The flip service are those people who are abandoning their dreams. They just abandon their dreams. They forget about it. They flip it off. Like, that's okay. I was going to be, a multimillionaire now. I just settle for my job. They just flip off their dreams. Okay, it's not going to happen. I'm old. I'm too young. Like, they give excuses. Those are flip service. And then you have the people that are part of the dip service. Now, those are the people who do it praying. Those are the people, okay? The dip service is, I'm going to do this praying. I'm going to put everything into this. You make the time instead of making the excuses. Those are my people, okay? And so what I know for sure, when I worked in corporate America and started my business, I did a lot of things to master my time. I did a lot of things to master being a professional time thief. You learn to multitask. If you're building a business, you are always marketing. You are always marketing if you're building a business. And let me tell you, a true story just happened today. Now, I don't typically go to the nail salon on Saturdays. I go during the week while everybody's at work so I can have my pampering time. However, my schedule, because I planned, didn't allow it. I had some business meetings I didn't want to move around. And last week on my scheduled day, so I have a standing appointment. I said, that's okay. I'll go Saturday. Okay. So I go to the nail salon today, and I'm just, minding my business, doing my thing. Now I was, business tip, I had my earpods in, listening, learning from a podcast. Now you're sitting there an hour and a half. What are you doing? Watching TV? What are you doing? I am listening and learning. Like, you know what? This is self-development. I'm sitting here. My hands are, being pampered on. I might as well learn something. See, you had time. You had time to do self-development today. If you got your hair done, anything that requires you to just sit for a long period of time, you need to be ready with the YouTube video, your podcast, whatever you listen to, motivation, whatever, your trainer, your business coach, whatever. I always, before I even go in the door, I get in the car. I know what I'm going to listen to. I see how long it is. I need a long training. I look how long the training is, and then I listen to it the whole time. I'm not in conversations. I'm not doing any of that because my time is priceless. So in doing that, minding my own business, getting my nails done, listen to a training. And so I get ready to leave, get ready to pay and everything. And so this lady, she says, "You are so pretty." And of course, I'm like, "Oh, that's the liquid collagen making my skin look so good." I was saying that in my mind. I was just like, "Oh, this is the liquid collagen. It's for my skin, my hair, my nails. It looks so shiny." And so I was just like, "Well, thank you." Okay, I was just over exaggerating right now. But I was like, "Thank you." So she says to me, this is why you got to be ready, right? You got to be prepared. "What do you do for work?" Now, I didn't have on work clothes on Saturday. I had on this right here, right? And so she says, "Well, what do you do for work? You're so pretty. Are you a model? What do you do? You seem like you should be." And I was just like, look at God bringing me leads. I attract leads. I attract leads because I speak that all the time in my life. People are attracted to me so we can work together, so I can help you build your business. You can get in the 3-day ride. So I'm just like, yes, bring it while I'm just doing me. Right? So it wasn't hard. She just asked me what I do. Are you a model? Da, 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 da. And I was like, "Oh, I'm too short. I'm 5 feet, but thank you though." So I tell her what I do. I teach and train people how to run their own businesses online. I have a business course where I show you how to attract people to you, you market your brand. I teach how to communicate effectively. And, I do a couple of things, mostly online, but I did do it offline for years. And she was like, "I need your help. I have a ministry and I need my ministry to be online." And I'm like, "Oh, look at God." And so she's like, "Do you have a card?" Now, those of you that follow me know I don't do physical paper cards. We're going to save the trees. Okay. I do a digital card. And so there are plenty of digital cards. And I use one of the cards where you could just text the card to the person. You can use the one that you tap your phones, but some people phones are like a little janky. So you want to actually, be able to, connect with that person. And so I said, "Well, I can text you a digital card because I don't use paper cards." She was like, "Fancy." See, everybody don't know, right? What you know. So I said, "All right, what's your number?" Now you understand I'm getting your number and your name. You understand I'm going to follow up, right? So, well, what's your number so I can text you? Now, everybody in the salon is listening. Now, everybody's listening, right? And so I'm like, she's telling me her number. She tells me her name. And I'm just like, oh, okay. So I text her my digital business card. And she said, "Please call me." I said, "I am." Yeah, you didn't know. I am going to follow up with you. So I'm walking out of the salon. Another lady that was in came back to the door. She said, "Can you text it to me too?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is my day that the Lord has made." And so I said, "Sure." And I get her number and I text it to her. I'm always saying what I want to happen. I want to attract the right people. I want it to have an overflow, an abundance, unlimited leads. I want people curious about what you want to do, what you're doing. And the way that you do that, you show up. You show up. And so it was a great use of time. Not only did I get the nails done, not only did I get self-development, but I also got 2 leads in that hour and a half or whatever it was. So This is why you always have to be ready so you don't have to get ready. I don't need to get ready. If I meet you face to face, I'm ready. If we meet online, I'm ready because I'm taking my business seriously. I'm taking the 100 seriously and I'm speaking what I want out loud. And so just know you're always in a position. You're an entrepreneur. You're the CEO. You got to act like it. I just believe that when I see Oprah, even when she went to Morocco, she showed the pictures or whatever, she always looked like who she is, right? And just certain people, I'm like, that person just looks like they're of authority. They're in leadership, right? And so you've always got to ask yourself, what are you bringing to the table? Do people want to follow you? If they get to your social media, are they going to be excited to see what you're doing and be a part of it? It's all up to you. So this is good, right? So I was like, look at this. I'm glad I'm in a position where I do know how to communicate with people. I do know what to do to get their information. And so I teach all of these strategies in the signature course, the 3-day ride. So if you haven't gotten on the ride yet, it's the ride of your life. Get in the ride. Are you serious right now? Now, where there are people, there are possibilities and profits. You better write that down. So Jerusha said, where there are people, there are possibilities and profit. Either you run the day or the day runs you. So I choose to run the day, okay? It's not going to run me. Social media, same thing. This tool right here, this is a tool. I use the tool for my better good, for the good of the people who want to build a business, right? I'm just not on here aimlessly and just doing anything and nothing that's going to gain, right, me for the future. Everything is on purpose. So you can learn to multitask. You see how I multitask at the salon? You can learn how to do that. Then I was like, okay, I need to go live on TikTok. Me and my business coach, we have a thing going on TikTok every day, showing up, doing lives for the people on TikTok, growing that account. So that's my obligation. But I decided to bring in Instagram and my Facebook family. We all make choices. So you can learn to multitask. So what you have right now is a job. I understand. I love people who love what they're doing. I need you to be a good nurse. I need you to be a good teacher. I have children, right? I need you to love what you're doing. But don't use that as an excuse. I have a job. Okay, most people do. You have children. Okay, most people do. Or a lot of people. Or you have grandchildren or children in your life. So what? You travel. Okay, those responsibilities are a part of who you are and why you need to accomplish more. I just believe I need to accomplish more. That's why I've been giving all of these challenges, right? Our responsibility should ignite something inside our belly and just catapult us every single day. I have to do it for the legacy of my boys. I have to show up. I have to do it, right? So whatever it is that you believe is stopping you, it's because, right, you need to change your language. You're choosing that as an excuse, and excuses are lies we tell ourselves. You can write that down. So time is free, but it's priceless. You can't owe it, right? But you can use it. You can't keep up with it, right? But you can spend it. So once it's lost, you can never get that back. What we have right now is time for you to start today. Just do it. Okay. You got to flex your dreams into your life. You got to build your business around everything else, all around your responsibilities, all around your kids' activities. My son is in every activity possible. Okay. So when I'm sitting in the car, this is how you become a professional time thief. And he's at the barbershop. He's at football practice. He's at track practice. What am I doing in the car? Let me do a quick motivational video. Oh, let me share some business tips and do a short video. Oh, let me show a live, get on a live in the car. Oh, let me do a TikTok while I'm sitting in the car. I've seen him practice, right? Several times. It's fine. I'm in the car anyway. Let's utilize this time. Because when I talk to moms, like, well, my daughter had dance. Well, what were you doing when she had dance practice? That is what I'm wondering. You was just sitting there the whole time. You could have been messaging. You could have been loving on pages. You could have been creating content. You could have been doing a TikTok. You could have been learning how to use TikTok. There are many things you could be doing. That's why it's called multitasking. Your presence. Now, if you're one of the people you're like, I need to be present at every move she makes. Okay. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people who want to get something done in a short period of time and they understand there's a sacrifice. I don't miss any major events that my boys have. If it's major, mom is there. That's the purpose of having time freedom. But if it's just my son practice at least 5 days out the week. I don't need to see those practices every day. But I'm there when the game starts. And so this is what I mean by this is how you become a professional time thief. You're thinking about your business. It's always on the brain. Okay, how can I do this? Because the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people do what unsuccessful people will not. I'm always thinking about how can I incorporate my business? How can I market? How can I brand? It's always on the brain, right? And so that opportunity inside the salon to listen to a self-development training and coaching or whatever, it's a choice because I'm thinking, what am I going to do? I'm just sitting here. I see most people, you just watch TV the whole time. And I'm thinking in my mind, oh, I need to tell them to take the 3-day ride because I could tell them how to use their time better and more wisely so they can build a business and create residual income. That is what I'm thinking. Okay. So work hard, play hard, work and build your dreams. I just believe the unseen will be seen. Those people that are working, we are going to see your efforts. I promise you. You can't give up now. You can't stop now. You can't do it. You got to continuously build that thing. Just do it. Just do it. Yes. So if this is helpful, say, Jerusha, this is helpful to me. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now, we all know we have 24 hours in a day. Each hour has what? 60 minutes? Write this down. You will either become the person that gives that lip service that we talked about, the flip service or the dip service. Okay. Time equals life. Therefore, a waste of your time, okay, is a waste of your life. You get to choose. I choose to master my life. And so guess who are the parents of failure, indecision, and delay? The mother is indecision and the father is delay. That's what's wrong with most people. They haven't decided when indecision is a decision. You're in the middle. I want to start a business, but I kind of want to start a business. And you're not doing the necessary things in the time that you have. Now, I'm not saying you have a full 8 hours, but you do have an hour. I'm a master in teaching the power hour. Every single one of us have 15 minutes 4 times a day. I don't care what your job is, unless you work for the government, FBI, the president. You like have one of those jobs, you're in the military and, you're fighting wars. That's different. That's none of you that's on here right now. Okay. So all of us, regular folks, regular hours that we work, you have 15 minutes 4 times a day. It's called the power hour. And so however you spend that 15 minutes in the morning, lunchtime, in the evening, before you go to bed, you have an hour to build your dreams. Every single day you do. I promise you, you do. Now, I use a timer, but whatever. I've just grown to believe that if it's been done successfully, using timers, then you probably should adopt that process. And so I use a timer where I time myself 15 minutes 4 times a day. Now I work more than that, but when I teach it, I teach you to do that. Now, if you're not in the 3-day ride, let me just tell you why I believe it's the best course to teach you how to attract leads, because I've done it in a short period of time I've been on social media. Now, in the 3-day ride, okay, hold your horses. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm going to try to share my screen on Facebook. Hold on, let's see. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad she wrote it down. I love people who follow instructions. I appreciate you. Okay, I appreciate you. Yes, and let me tell you, we already have 3-day riders in the ride. I only take a select group anyway. And so that's why I'm just like, okay, those that want it will jump in the ride. And these are the people that I will focus on. And these are the people that are going to grow. And these are the people that are going to have so many leads, they ain't going to know what to do with them. She said, wow, I'm glad I logged in. This is my first time. Oh, thank you so much. I love the newbies. Keisha in the building. So if you're a newbie to me, yes, you definitely got to let me know. You are a newbie to me. I love my newbies. Good to see your beautiful face. I'm so glad you caught the live. Yeah, my people. All right. So let me share with you, why I just believe this is the best course. One, like I said, it was birthed out of my own pain. It's not a theory. It's actually something tried and true that I do daily. These are some of the practices that has helped me grow this account here on Facebook. And that's why now we're focused on TikTok. This is going to happen in 6 months. I know how to attract people. Okay, so I want to teach that and also how to start those conversations. So in the 3-day ride, I teach how to recruit like a top earner in 3 days. You're going to know the strategies, you're going to know the hacks, you're going to know how they're doing it. They're not just posting, it's a lie. If anyone says, okay, this is my opinion, I just post and everybody came magically. I just posted and the world came and started just purchasing everything that I had and I sold out. That's not all you did. Okay, you just not. You was marketing, you was branding, you was paying for ads, you were having private conversations, you were getting them in your funnels. There are things that was happening, not just a post. Okay, so that's the first thing. Understand that. The other thing that we're going to learn in there is how to find your ideal prospects. Because those of you posting to everybody, we get nobody, right? Well, just post it and we get nobody. I want us not to do that. I did that. And I was like, well, they told me to post, but I'm not getting nobody. Okay. So that's not how we want to do it. We want to learn attraction marketing. We want to learn, right, curiosity marketing. We want to learn how to market. So it's a little bit more into it than just that, right? So you want to find your ideal prospect. So for instance, if I sold an oil, this is an example, Facebook, TikTok, so don't ban me. I'm not making any claims. I'm giving an example. So if I sold an essential oil that helps your knees feel better, right? Instead of me just coming on here and be like, here's the essential oil, purchase it for $40. Here's the essential oils. I could actually do more of an attraction marketing where I give testimonials and benefits about the essential oil. And so I have a best friend of mine. She is a holistic coach and she is into oils and food, healing your body. And she's phenomenal. Her name is Sharice Williams. And someone like her, she's always talking about the different things that can heal your body, food being one of them, and oils. And so if I said this essential oil is going to help your knees and you're going to be able to run, you're going to be able to jump, you're not going to have, much knee pain. Here are testimonials. And so I'm attracting people by what it does, not what it is. And so understand what it does, not what it is. That's a form of attraction marketing. All the posting should be about how it's helping other people, how it's benefiting other people, how other people have experienced, lesser pain or whatever it is. And so we're going to talk about that. I'm going to give you examples. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for those that already registered. Of course, you're going to have access to proven scripts. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like exactly for those trainers who don't believe in scripts and they say, talk from your heart. I think that's great. I do. I'm not that person. I can't really talk from my heart. I'm going to need a script. I'm going to need to know what it is. And so I am not that person who can just let me think about it on my brain. I've never been in sales before I got in business. Okay. I've never been in network marketing or direct sales before I got in business. So I've never spoken this language, right? So I don't know how I would talk off the top of my head because I actually don't know what to say. Anybody like me? I don't know what you mean. And so I think a lot of times when you become a top producer or an influencer, you just think a lot of times it's common knowledge and it's not. So I'm a script person, okay? I love for people to give me scripts. Now I will change it to be my own personality, right? But I need a guide. I'm going to need that. And then, of course, I'm going to show you how to create some great content and how to converse with the peoples in Messenger. The money is made in Messenger, okay? And then convert those people, whether they're going to be a client, a customer, a connection that you make. Those are the 3 C's. They become a customer. They become a client in your business, or they become a connection to somebody else. But once we make this relationship right here, like Keisha knew, we're about to make a relationship. Once we do this, we're going to find where you're going to be, right? So everything is on purpose. You being here at this moment is not an accident. This is on purpose, okay? And then overall, I want to just help you grow your organization so you don't have to be a part of a certain type of business. If you are a small business owner, network marketer, direct seller, social marketing, doesn't matter to me. I don't care what you sell. I want you to get the skills that I didn't have immediately when I got online. That's why I put the 3-day ride together. So you can either, click the link in the bio, get all the details for day 1, day 2, day 3, which is great. We start next week. The ride starts next week. Or you can text me 3-day ride, or put it in the chat so you can go ahead and get the info. That's fine too. But I don't want you to miss something and then still complain about you don't know how to grow online. You don't know how to get leads. You don't know how to share your product, your service, your opportunity. I don't want you to say that anymore, okay? I want you to learn how to do it. Again, we don't know what we don't know. And when you see it, you're going to be blown away. Like, for real, Jerusha, that's it. Okay, it is extensive. I over deliver, but you're going to appreciate it. I promise. I've never had anybody not appreciate it. Actually, I've had people take it several times because it's so much information. And so don't worry if you work a 9 to 5. I got you, girl. Don't worry. I got you. I understand. That's why I did it. And you'll have the replay for it. She said, script, please. Yes. And so if you're anything like me, I need a script. I can't do this on top of my head kind of thinking. No. So yes, and of course in there, I'm sharing my screen. I'm showing you where to go on Facebook. We are live. I'm answering all of your questions, the Q&As. I am live answering your questions. So you're not going to be by yourself. I know I've been in many classes, trainings, masterminds, and I'm still lost. If once you leave, you may be overwhelmed, but you're not lost in what to do. Now, whether you do it, you're not going to be lost in what to do. You're not. It's guaranteed. So let's talk about it. Now, let's finish this training about your time. Please just own it. Don't be a part of the people that's going to talk about, I'm going to get in the 3-day ride. I'm going to learn how to get leads. Just do it. Okay. You know, those people that talk about their dreams and ideas, they don't execute. They're just talking with no action. Okay. We don't want to be those people, right? You can't live your life as a big talker. I'm from the South. My mother would say, watch out for the fakers, like the fakes, the cowards, the dreamers. All 3 give lip service. That's all they do. And so I don't want you to do that this time. I want you to really step into it. Even if you're afraid, go ahead and step into it. It's okay to be scared. I'm scared all the time. People think just because you show up, you're not scared. Girl, I have life trauma just like you. I have life situations just like you. Right? I just choose to move forward. I make choices. Okay, this is what I need to do. Let me put my feelings aside and go forward. Jerusha, do it anyway. Just do it. Yes, I appreciate that. So fear, to me, fear is the destroyer of hope, because hope needs action. And without action, you never make any progress. And so it's one thing to be fearful, because I get it. You're afraid of social media. You're afraid of TikTok. I get it. But what happens is, if you don't act on it, right, you actually don't change. You have to act on it. Action precedes motivation. No, I'm not motivated every day to go live, turn this thing on. Yes, I'm not motivated every day to do it. But once I start, like now, it's genuine because I'm here now. That's like when you go to a party or something, you don't really want to go to the party, but once you get to the party, you have a good time. All right, it's the same feeling. You end up like, oh, that was good. I'm glad I went. So that action, right, is required. And please don't be the person, someday you're going to do it. Someday leads to a town called nowhere. Say, Jerusha, say it again. Someday leads to a town called nowhere. It's not someday. Tomorrow is today. A dream without action is nothing more than a wishful thinking. Okay. So I know you guys have big dreams, because I have big dreams. So stop wasting time talking. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. So one thing I do want to say to all the moms, I really have a passion for moms. I work with men and women, but I have a passion for moms, because I feel like I was in that place when I started my business. My son was a toddler. Just a lot was going on. And so one of the things that I did, moms, you can write this down if you're in that phase, or even if you're a grandma taking care of a small child. Here's a business tip to flex your dreams into your life. And I've lived this, so I know for sure. When you're in the car, even if you don't have children, but if you do, if you're in the car, I need you to close your mouth, get off the phone, turn off the radio, the music, the podcast, right? You have the child, and ask the child to read to you. I did my boys like this all the time. Get off the phone, turn off the music, let the child do the spelling words, right? School is about to start. Get off the phone, turn off the radio, Let your child go over the addition, subtraction, multiplication, whatever in school, because you're going to feel guilty, right? That's how most moms are, that we didn't spend a lot of time with them in their academics. The way that you do it is every moment becomes a learning opportunity. That's what I did for my boys. If I'm cooking in the kitchen, we got flashcards. They can come in the kitchen. We're on the floor with the flashcards while I'm cooking. I'm utilizing that time, right? And so any moment you can actually steal it. And so even when this is true story, okay? Even when, if I'm at home, I'm not watching television. We're doing some type of activity that the boys are going to need. I'm listening to them read. Let's do your projects, whatever it is, right? And I'm multitasking. And so I will tell you, very important for you to do this with your kids. They're going to remember the moments that you were on the floor with them. They're going to remember those moments while it counts, right? As they get bigger, like my boys are teenagers now, they don't necessarily need me to help with homework, right? But I need to be present with other things. And so all you moms, please, I understand what that feels like. You got to get to the daycare, get the child. You feel rushed to go to the grocery store, get a rotisserie chicken, go home, feed them, still do homework. And then I'm telling you to build a business. I understand. Okay. So again, that's why you have to time your day and be intentional. So you have that power hour. So that 15 minutes is throughout the day and you don't feel overwhelmed that you did nothing all day towards your dreams. You have to fit it in throughout the day. That break that we have every 4 hours, I'm going to need you to take that break, that 15-minute break. You're smoking, not smoking. Okay. You are actually building your business. I don't care if that's learning something in 15 minutes, following up with somebody in 15 minutes, calling somebody in 15 minutes, but that was your moment. I didn't say go visit your girlfriend in her office down the hall. I didn't say go to the water cooler. I didn't say any of that. I had to go to my car. I would go to my car. I worked for CNN News. I would go to my car and I would be calling people, following up. Then I go back upstairs to my office. Then another 4 hours passed. Guess what I would do? Go back to my car. Like I'm in the bathroom calling people, but I'm not doing it on their time. I'm doing it on my smoke break. Okay. So, because I still want to be blessed, while I have this job. And so we do have the time. You see how that will work out for you? Yes or yes. Most people have full-time jobs. Okay, so let's say 11, write this down. Pretty person, put this in the chat for me. So you got 11 hours, and I got to go. Okay, you got 11 hours, okay, like, including the travel time. You guys know you're supposed to get paid for travel time to work. But anyway, I digress. 6 hours of sleep. Most of you, tell the truth, shame the devil. Most of you do not sleep 8-10 hours. Okay, lies. You probably sleep 6 or 7 hours. Let's do that. 6 hours. Okay, that's like 17 hours, right? 11 and 6, 17, right? Now you have 24 hours, right, in the day. So I've already taken out the major things: work, sleep. Okay, so that's 17 hours. Now we have 24 hours. Subtract 4 hours for dinner, homework, playtime, significant other time. Subtract that. Subtract 4 hours. Now we still have 3 hours to work on our dreams. So what are we doing in those 3 extra hours? 5 days is 15 hours. Now, let's say this, because I know some of you, like, you might take care of your parents. You might have to go over, I don't know, visit somebody, take care. Let's do all of that. Now, let's break that down. You still have at least an hour, like I said. You have a power hour to build your business. You still have it, because there's 3 hours not accounted for. And so if you're that parent, right, that, you juggling multiple kids, multiple activities, your best bet is to do what you need to do during those activities while they are at dance class. And people don't always talk about how you weren't able to accomplish your dreams. Okay. And people don't talk about the struggle. It was a struggle. And so I was like, okay, this is a struggle. I feel bad that I'm not here. What do I need to do? And this is while I had the business. I just figured it out, what's going to work in terms of my time. And every day I'm doing something different to better myself in my business with my time. And so people want to hear the triumph story. They want to hear people made it. And so you need to make it. You need to make it. I'm talking to you. You need to make it happen. You need to put in the time. You need to inspire other people. Your success is tied to somebody else's belief system. They're watching you, not me. You need to do it. So we're no longer going to say we don't have time. After watching this broadcast, we all have time. We all have time. So Jerusha said, I'm a professional time thief. I am a professional time thief, and you're going to own it, right? You're not going to give me no lip service. You're not going to give me no flip service. We're all about that dip service. Those people who do it praying. Those are my people, okay? So if this was helpful, hashtag helpful. Say, Jerusha, you helped me today. Like now, today is Saturday. You could be building your business. You could be writing that book, learning how to get your LLC, getting all the paperwork in, trademarking your name, getting your own personal website for free. You could be doing all of that right now. Instead, most people are like, it's Saturday. Let me give me some wine. Let me wind down. Let me wind. Girl, you better wind up. I don't even know if that's a term. I just made it up. You better wind up, baby. Okay, because this is the only 24 hours you're going to have for this day. We're never going to see this day again. So I want you to maximize your time, become a professional time thief. If this has blessed you in any kind of way, make sure you tag 2 people, share the broadcast. I don't want to be the best kept secret, okay? I want other people to know it's available for them. Inspiration, motivation, business tips is available for them right here. So please tag your besties. Please tag your business partners. I definitely want them to win. Because guess what? Success is not a seesaw. We don't have to put somebody down in order to go up. We can all go up together. And so I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha, and I'll see you on the page. Yes, I like that, Keisha. I have time. You have time, baby. Thank you for sharing your information. You're welcome, Deborah. Yes, we all have time. If you love this type of motivation, please make sure that you're following. If you want to get in the 3-day ride, listen, if you love this free training, you're going to love the 3-day ride. Put 3-day ride or just click my link tree, right? Just click my link tree and bam, you'll see 3-day ride. Or I'm going to try this again. You could text me. You could text me 404-620-6929. Text the number 3, okay? 404-620-6929. Text the number 3, and then I'll just send you the information, okay? So yes, 3-day ride. I'll send it to you if you put it in the chat. Instagram, once I leave the live, I won't be able to see it. So click my link tree for Instagram and TikTok as well. But on Facebook, I can see your 3-day rides, or you can text 404-620-6929, the number. All right, perfect. I enjoyed you too. Have a great day.